this is so cool to go back and revisit this stuff. I remember this day vividly, and we were, you know, one thing about when fish are pre-spawn or post-spawn, a lot of times they're not just everywhere. It's kind of like a needle in a haystack, but boy, when you find them, it's really cool. And to be able to pull up right here and see why these fish were here, I can see it right now clear as day. And what that tells me is what to go look for and find other places just like this. Let's take a look. Man, this is so cool to see this 20-yard stretch that these fish were in. You know, you've got a point and you think that's where they're going to be. A lot of times they are, but a lot of times they're going to be a certain stretch of bank where the rock is right and there's been a transition. This is just shell rock up here, not a lot of crevices, not a lot of breakup in it. Then it starts turning into more of a broken up rock. But when you get right here, right where these fish were, and there were some brush piles mixed in that's a little bit deeper that I can't see now, but that's not what was holding them. It was these rocks, and that's what had them in this certain stretch. And I can see right here, it's big boulders, big crevices broken up, and then the transition happens again into a bunch of nothing. Right there is where they were. You can see it's a little windy and bumpy out here, but this is still a real good illustration. See how that point really is just shell rock. Not a lot of crevices, decent, but if there's something better, they're going to get on it. And as you come on down, you can see it transitions into almost solid limestone. And when it gets into solid limestone, there's a little broken up, but look just past it, and you're going to see the beauty of why those fish were there. Look at that big broken up rock, and even how it comes out into the lake just a little further. Just a little bit of a point like that. There was some brush mixed in on this, but you can see exactly why those fish were on that 15, 20-yard stretch. And then as you get on past it, it turns into the shell rock again, a little bit smaller boulders, and eventually turns into clay. That is a scenario where you have a transition where everything's just right and those fish are going to group up. They're not going to be on the clay. They're not going to be on the other stuff. They're going to be in that heavy rock anytime they're in a pre-spawn or post-spawn situation, especially if it's busted up and comes out from a ledge just a little bit. What a perfect setup. Hey, seeing those fish were there, let's go take a look at exactly what happened. Oh, yes. Man, getting bigger. Clouds coming in, getting them fired up. You just got to take it easy. You know, little hooks, smaller crankbaits, you're going to have smaller hooks. Man, look at that pre-spawn belly. Awesome.